Good morning, everyone. It is 12:30 a.m. Anyway, let's get started. We're fingering the box. Whoa, rough start. Anyway, we're looking at Scylla from Hiya. Finally got this one. It's been sitting in the pile of loot from Big Bad Toy Store for a minute now. Yeah, point at the box. So, been waiting for this. Since then, there's been a couple Scylla figures come out. So we'll do a little comparison later on to see how I feel. But first, let's admire the cardboard. Front of the box is great. Has Scylla on it. That's all we need to see. Moving on. Side of the box, same thing. All right, that's fine. Other side of the box, we got a face card. Okay, we top of the box and the back of the box has all the goods. So I don't know what any of that says. So I don't even know if it's good. Could be really bad, actually. Could be some very personal information or some really bad things. Could be some curses. I don't know. But let me not endorse anything that I don't understand. Anyway, that's the back of the box. Let's keep it pushing. Here is Mr. Krabs. I was gonna say Mr. Krabs' legs, but then I caught myself. I said Mr. Krabs, like the SpongeBob character. So that was funny enough, right? I hope. Anyway, let's look at Titanus Scylla, if you want to go by her full name. That's a her, right? Him, her. We'll just say her. Let's be diverse. So, off the bong rip. This is a beautiful figure. Of course, I believe this is just the movie file ripped, because Hiya tends to do that, and just 3D printed. So straight up, literally, like, if you think about it, they really did just grab this out of the screen and bring it into reality, which is probably not, morally right, but still $50 worth, right? If you ask me. I'm sorry, I just burped. That's inappropriate. My bad. Look at the details. This looks like a real crab leg. If you're into seafood, you're really going to like this. Even if you're not into Godzilla, or if you didn't like the new Empire movie, I still think you should buy this. Hang it up on your wall. No one's going to ask. If you have like a one of those kind of seafood-looking decorations on your wall because you like the fish or whatever, because you're weird like that, I think this will blend right in. No one's going to be like, well, what's that? They'll be like, oh, I've seen those crabs. They're like in Australia, I think. And you'll be like, yeah, sure. So get this. Play with his little, tongues. I don't know. He has like weird things coming down. That's actually kind of gross. I don't know why those are there. Then we have some articulation. So you have his tips, and then his knees, and then his main knees. I don't know the anatomy here, but it's pretty much what you would expect. Then there's some swivel. I don't know if those are I don't know how much those are supposed to move. I kind of had some trouble with it. And we'll take a look at that spot in a second because there's some things I want to talk about there. Before we do that, let's look at some posability. So it's kind of a hard figure to pose because it doesn't stand up well, so I would recommend an action figure stand, or in this case, a Godzilla figure. And what better one than the first ever Hiya release of Godzilla, which was the 2021 from Versus Kong. I like this figure, okay? It's not bad. It does have the wonky joints at the neck, but it looks good, especially with this Scylla figure. And you can have the claws kind of wrapping around him and like hanging on to him, poking at him. So very cool. You can have some very fun display poses here. Here's some more when he's on top of Godzilla. Whoa. Not like that, boys. Not like that. You know what I mean. He's getting aggressive. He's dominating. Oh, whoa! This is why I need a script. And then we have the one where he stomps his shit in. This is like from the movie. Poor Scylla. Rest in peace. Again, just, you can have some fun. It's a Hiya figure. Has some really good posability. Again, some parts are a little, specifically the little ball joints that attach to the main shell are a little weird. But everything else is fine. I do recommend just an action figure stand for just, more dynamic posing that actually will hold. All right, so that's the good stuff. We have some more good to talk about later, I guess, sort of. But I do want to address something that is pretty bad. I'm definitely saying bad. Normally I don't talk about bad things here, but there's definitely an issue with this figure that I don't like. So the little flaps that they have over here, I'm pointing at, are made of like a rubbery, soft material. It's very flexible. Unfortunately, with that, and I kind of paused the video here, you can kind of see it on the top leg there, where it's a bit brighter. That rubber material is ripping. And it's kind of ripping in a few spots. So, yeah, that's why when it comes to posability, you kind of have to be careful around the body. I don't see this faring well over time. I appreciate, because this is, we'll look at the Playmates figure later, but Playmates doesn't have these flaps. but Hiya went ahead and did it because it's screen accurate. Like those flaps are there, whatever wings, I don't know, whatever those are. I don't know the anatomy. However, the way that they seem to have gone about it, there's this chance of ripping. And then looking over at the other side here, there's some more that right there, right in the middle leg. You can see it. Yeah, that one's starting to rip a bit more than the other side. So it's a bit unfortunate to see, and normally we could nitpick, but I feel like this is like a bigger nitpick because you're talking about a piece of it actually ripping and being damaged. You know, like bendy wires, we could talk about that, and I'm not a big fan of those either. But those degrade like over time, over years. This is like out of the box, like this is already bad, and I don't see this faring well over, many years, especially if you like to change up poses, if you do like pictures or displays and stuff. So just be very careful with it. It is a pretty big drawback in my opinion. Let's have some fun again though, okay? Let's do some comparisons because we have the Playmates Scylla as well. Playmates took a shot at the Titanus Scylla, and I'm going to say it, although this is definitely like a very funny comparison because this is a perfect example of the amount of detail Playmates puts into a $10 figure and then what you get with a $50 Hiya figure, which is totally fine, by the way, totally fine, because $10 is for kids or just collectors who enjoy collecting the more cheaper stuff like myself, and then the highest is the more serious adult aim collector. But I just love this comparison. Like, look how much it's like low textures, low PC specs on the left, and then the high res newest graphics card ray traced version on the right, and I love it. But yeah, both fun figures again because the Playmates one's $10. This one is way more detailed and posable for $50. So both are great. They both do what they need to do. Then we have the YMSF Scylla as well. This is the first one I got, and I panic bought it thinking there would never be a Scylla figure, but then we got two other ones. But I'm actually a fan of this one as well. I've seen some people online say they don't really like this one. I actually do like it. I think YMSF, they did a really good job with this as a kind of pseudo soft vinyl figure. I did a video on it already. I said it's pretty detailed, and I like the colors on it. It looks like a real crab as well. This is like Playmates if the medium textures now. Okay, now like in terms of PC specs, if we're still doing that comparison, this is the middle ground, okay, where you're hitting the minimum requirements. So that's how we look at it. But I like both of these. But yeah, let me know what you think of both of these if you want, or don't tell me. Keep your secrets. I don't give a fuck. All right, let's start wrapping this video up. All in all, I still give this figure a decent thumbs up. Kind of waving there because again, that issue with the ripping of the little flaps between his legs, I'm sorry, but that is, I don't like that. Not a fan of that. I'm not going to go through a whole hassle trying to return it or contact Hiya. I don't really care. It's not, it is what it is. Sometimes you go to flip the omelet and you end up with scrambled eggs. So I got some scrambled eggs here. But it is what it is. So let me know what you think. Hopefully yours is not ripping. If it is, let me know how it makes you feel if you want to. I'd say if you are okay with that risk of that rip, then go ahead and spend your money. Or if not, don't do it. Anyway, I'm rambling enough. Let's move on. There's one more thing. These are cards, also known as gambling. Yeah, they have a Godzilla trading card game. We went to a local geek shop, and I was like, okay, let me not walk out of here empty-handed. So there were some cards. I decided I bought like one pack, I think, maybe two. So I got Mothra, Godzilla 2001. I don't know what the rarity of these are. Got Armored Larva Mothra. Got some other Odo Island. What was that? Satsuma. I got some Ghidoras and Mandas and MBTs. And more. Oh my god. Sorry, I almost threw up. Godzilla Skeleton, Three-Headed Dragon, Rainbow Mothra. Ooh, my voice cracked. My balls, sorry. And I think we'll move down there. That Rage, I don't know what that is. I don't know what these are. I'll give a thumbs up. They look cool. I didn't look at the value. When it comes to these trading card things, I did it for the Halo ones when they came out. I'm not into trading cards. I don't like mystery things. I like to know what I'm buying. But I'll indulge in like a pack or two and then call it quits after that, just to see what I can get. If I want to, let me know if any of these are worth anything or if I should, just wipe my ass with them. Let me know. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all take care, and I'll see you all next time.